Hello dear students, I am RJ Yadav, Mechanical Department, James Engineering College, Greater Noida. In the continuation of the automobile lecture, it is my sixth lecture in which we were, in last lecture we were discussed about the transmission system. In the continuation of that transmission system, now we are going to discuss the next part. Next topic is the gearbox. Okay, let's start. As you know that a gearbox is necessary to regulate both the power output and the speed range of the engine. Okay, and why it is necessary? The need of the gearbox unit in an automobile is due to the internal combustion engine actually run over the very large range, that is the 600 about 600 to 6000 revolution per minute. Okay, whereas the car wheel rotates between 0 and around 1800 rpm per minute. To regulate these things, to manage this difference, we are using actually the gearbox. And the gearbox is actually provide the highest torque and power output. Okay, the function of the gearbox is, what is the function actually? As I told you, an automobile is able to provide the varying speed and torque through its gearbox. Various functions of gearbox are listed below. As I told you that to provide the high torque, it is required at the time of starting, vehicle accelerations, climbing of the wheels. This is the main thing. That's why the gearbox is required due to the high torque. Okay, next, why it is required? The second point, to provide more than forward speed by providing more than one gear ratio. In fact, in modern cars, you will see that the 5 forward gear and reverse gear is provided for a given engine speed. Higher speed you can obtain by the running in higher fourth and fifth gears. And gearbox also provide for the reverse gear for driving the vehicle in reverse direction. Okay. Now, the types of the gearbox. How many types? Depending upon the your car acceleration and torque required, it is categorized in the following categories, that is the sliding mesh gearbox, constant mesh gearbox, synchro mesh gearbox, progressive gear types of gearbox, epicyclic type gearbox. Last two, progressive and the epicyclic, actually it is the automatic transmission system. We will discuss in later. First we have to study the sliding mesh gearbox. Okay, what is the sliding mesh gearbox? Actually, it is a type of manual transmission system in which manually we transmit the meshing the gears. Actually, gears are mesh. Let's see one diagram before that. The sliding mesh gearbox. Here, you see the number of gears are mounted on the shaft. One shaft is known as lay shaft, that is also known as the counter shaft, and one is the main shaft. Okay, and the gears are the mounted and meshing with the together, as you see in the diagrams. That is the clutch gear A is meshed with the B and the G meshed with the D. This is a type of meshing. Let's see how it is worked. Okay, come on. This one is the simplest type of the gearbox. Okay, out of the available gearbox, whatever is the available in the market, this one is the very simple and simplest type. In this type of gearbox, gear are changed by sliding one gear on the other. Very simple. When you are pushing your levers by your hand on the to change the gear, thus one gear is shifted to the other by manually. This gearbox consists of three shafts: main shaft, clutch shaft and the counter shaft, as you seen in the diagram. In a 4-speed gearbox, which include one reverse gear also. Okay, the counter shaft has 4 gears which are rigidly connected to it. Clutch shafts has 1 gear and main shaft has 2 gears. The 2 gear on the main shaft can slide in the horizontal direction. When you are going to see a video animation on the YouTube, you judge it very clearly how it is changing, how it is sliding horizontal direction along this line of the main shaft when you shifting the gear from one side to other side. However, the gears on the counter shaft cannot slide. It is fixed with shaft. It cannot be slide. Okay. The clutch gear is rigidly fixed to the clutch shaft. It is always connected to the counter shaft drive gears. The 2 gears on the main shaft can be slide by the shifter yoke by the operating the shift lever. Okay, when you are shifting the lever, it is operating. These 2 gears are the second gear and low reverse respectively. These gears can be meshed with the corresponding gears on the counter shafts with the help of shifter yoke and shift lever. Shift lever is operated by hand in 4 wheelers of the changing the gear. A reverse idler gear is mounted on the another shaft and it is always in mesh with the reverse gear on the counter shaft. Okay. Now these sliding mesh gearbox have some disadvantage, that is it reduces in speed occurs as a drive passes through the constant mesh gear where the smaller clutch is engaged with the larger drive gear wheels. Okay, how the reverse gear are functioning? The operation of gear shift lever in such that the gear D disengaged from the gear G and the gear C on the main shaft mesh with the reverse idler gear. Okay, now come on the constant mesh type gearbox. Constant mesh type gearbox as shown in the diagram. See, here is one is main shaft on which gear I is mounted and D, E and D2 and D1. These are the gear which are mounted on the main shafts and a clutch shaft and a gear A is mounted on the clutch shaft. Whereas you see in the diagram a lay shaft on which gear G is mounted, F, C and B. Let's see how it is work. A diagram shown in the figure is layout of the constant met type gear. In this gearbox, all gear on the main transmission shafts are constantly connected to the corresponding gears on the counter shaft or lay shaft. In addition, 2 dog clutches are provided on the main shaft, that is D1, D2. One dog clutch is between the second gear and clutch gear, and another is between the first gear and reverse gear. Okay, one dog clutch is between the second and clutch gears, and another is between the first and reverse gear. Splines are out in the main shafts so that all the gears are feed on it. Since all the gears are in constant mesh, wear and tear of the gear and any possible damage of gear do not occur in the engaging and disengaging the gears. Also, any sound or not generated in engaged and disengaged in constant mesh type gearbox. Okay. In next PPT we will discuss about the another topic. Thank you for watching the video.